G'day ladies and gents, welcome to War Thunder with Mags, and to the 20th of November Ground Forces event. Today's event is kill 30 ground targets using only naval-based aircraft. Now, I started doing this event before the live posting, so I wasn't entirely sure on the list of aircraft that were involved. The event itself, when it first popped up, listed only naval fighters. So I've done this, well, pretty much knocked over this event in 17 or 18 minutes. Almost 2 matches only. You'll see what I mean later on. And the key to it was the F6F. Now, I haven't flown a lot of this plane. I avoided it. I thought it was a bit of a junker when I originally came through, which is sort of sad because it was, historically, it was a brilliant aircraft. But for this event, it carries 2 1,000-pound bombs and 6 rockets, which makes it an ideal ground attack aircraft. So just moving in to start cleaning out my first targets on this side. I want to drop the bombs to increase my agility, smash out 2 of the heaviest targets that I can find. Starting the rocket strikes, trying to take out the light tanks. Swing back and start looking for howitzers and anti-aircraft guns. Now, it had been, as I said, a long time since I'd flown this aircraft, so I was pretty rusty with her. My aim with the MGs and my whole ground strike was really not optimal. I was much improved in the second round. Two rockets left, bombs away. Now, the only problem with using fighters as ground attack aircraft is the excessively long reload times on your equipment. So the idea is be very selective with your main armaments and don't miss like I just did. Take out the heavy targets and then hit all the soft targets with your MGs afterwards. The alternative is, if you're in an area where you're in there's high competition for ground targets, would be to eliminate the soft targets first and then start quickly hitting the biggest and heaviest and most tightly packed of your heavy targets as you can to maximise your killing, depending on whether or not anyone else is fighting with the ground targets. Now, this section, I was really not happy with my shooting here. I was not used to the guns and the fact that I was shooting targets moving up a 90-degree slope. My aim was incredibly bad. There's no way armoured cars should have survived anywhere near as long as they did. So yeah, see this shooting? Don't shoot like it.
Affirmative. Destroy the enemy vehicle. Affirmative.
On the other side, I will have to give this aircraft a bit more of a look for HB. I was enjoying its feel in arcade once I wrapped my hands around it. Really do need to adjust that paint job though. Just about my 4th pass trying to kill this damn armored car, and I've only finally got it. And I missed the next one. Now, I've just worked out what my issue is. Because the guns are wing mounted and they're only MGs, they're very prone to convergence issues. And I take a ram. Oh well, F6F's out. Now, this is why the F6F was the key for a 6-7 lineup in arcade. The other fighters only carry 100-pound bombs, basically 50-kilo bombs, and really, you struggle to kill anything with them. I was flicking through all my aircraft here trying to decide what to work. Now, as I said, at this first battle, the aircraft that are that could be used to complete the event hadn't been listed, and it had listed specifically. The only thing that had been listed on the achievement was specifically naval fighters was the marking. Now the TBF, as I saw, I had it in my lineup. 500-pound bombs would have been great. TBF is the naval dive bomber, and I wasn't sure whether or not they were going to be, well, sticky about that particular detail. So I decided to stick with the fighters, which I knew score kills. Now I'm heading back around to try and hit those pillboxes. In reality, I should have gone to the other side of the map here for fresh with only 50-pound bombs, 100-pound bombs, 50-kilo bombs. Going around and hitting the light and medium tanks on the other side of the map would have been better. Because, yeah, I don't have enough explosive potential to be able to take down the pillboxes. Now, interestingly enough, you would have seen the aircraft destroyed marker come up then. That was the Spitfire that rammed me earlier on. He survived the ram, sheared my wings straight off, kept flying, and only just crashed. So, yeah, working as intended. Perfect hit, but just there's not enough punch in these bombs. It'll take more than I'm carrying to take them out. And that one hit, but it didn't even do damage. So, go down here and finish off these armoured cars. Finally worked out how to hit targets with MGs again, or at least with these particular aircraft. Now I'm just quickly checking out the pillboxes as I pass overhead here, just to make sure there's nothing that I've missed that I can possibly take out with guns. It's just the pillboxes. Yeah. Was considering going after the Wellington, but I'm here for ground targets, so moving over to the other side of the map. Now you would have noticed on the scoreboard, I do have Kay up here with me again. He's lurking around, taking out any aircraft that are coming into my area to give me time to hit as many ground targets as I need. If you are trying to knock over these events, bring a friend. It makes life so much easier. So I'm just swinging back over this side, looking for more ground targets. Looks like everything in the centre has been eliminated. I spotted this Boat Zero coming in on me. And I'll eliminate it on the way through. And Boat Zero says no. And that was pretty much the end of that match. Now I did actually get another aircraft up on that, but by the time I got it into the combat zone, the match was over. I didn't get any more kills. So that was 10 kills in 10 minutes. 13,000 XP, and yeah, that doesn't really matter for this. I was here for the ground kills. 10 kills in 10 minutes. That's one every 60 seconds. That's not quite fast enough. So let's try to see if we can do better in the second match. So, same lineup, second match, F6F out first, and K is out again flying top cover. We're on 2 towns, and I'm just picking out my first strike zones. Now, there's going to be a lot of competition. By this stage in time, the event had been updated, everybody knew it was on. You'll notice a large number of naval fighters suddenly showing up. The competition was on, so I had to take out soft targets fast and then nail hardened targets afterwards. I've had a chance to get a feel for the aircraft too. So straight into the light pillbox and then start strafing out AA. Time to start weaving out targets. just being cautious of fighters moving through the area. So lining up second bomb target. Another pillbox out. And just quickly looking around for softies. It looks like most of everything's been eliminated here. A couple little AA nests, and that's about it. So these pillboxes are too hard for me to take out with rockets, so I need to start looking for fresh targets. And I spy my next line. Now, I was originally looking at the tanks that are a little bit further up. But then I spy this line of armoured cars, and these will do just nicely. Somebody's taken a little bit of interest in my attacks, but this is why you bring a friend to fly top cover. K goes through, takes him out. Let's stall this through, head back to the next armoured car. I'm trying to save up my rockets as much as I can for light and medium tanks only. I do not want to use them on anything that I can bust with a machine gun. It would just be a waste. AA line, some shells from the trees, take it out. Now time to hit the ones that are in town. And that's all ordnance expended. Time to unload the cannons on everything else that's in the area. Or the MGs, I should say. Okay, it'd be nice if it had cannons. So I understand there is a cannon variety of the F6F floating around, and it is on the list to be released. So after flying this, I am really looking forward to it. Just swooping back and forth. Trying to snipe out anything that I see. I'm starting to run out of things that I can actually destroy though. Got 16 kills so far, so this is going much better. Now I got 10 in the last match. It's only 30 kills in arcade. So I have 4 kills at this stage that I need. And I've run out of soft targets in the area. So I'm looking at that group over there. You know, there's a Lag 3, there's a Boo Fighter. I know they're going to take a lot of interest in me when I pass into that zone. But K's coming across to try and provide me some cover. I've only got to take out 4 ground targets and I can finish this entire event off in 2 battles. Making it, well, regardless, it was the easiest event they've given us so far. So I'm just staying high and watching. Yeah, everyone's being cautious of me. Fine. I'll dive in, let's see if I can ninja these 4 kills. With shooting like that, not likely. Now, I'm trying to keep my speed up as much as I can here, because I know there are targets in the area. Missed. And I know they are taking shots at me, so I'm trying to be as hard to hit as I possibly can. And then I do this. Those are trees. Oops. Yes, complete loss of realization of altitude and how high the trees are around me. Yeah, got myself killed. Bring the F4F out again. Now, I only need 2 ground targets. This has 200-pound bombs or 250-kilo bombs. Those are only armoured cars that I'm going for over there. I can do this. The problem is there's only 3 of their targets that are alive before the match ends. And nearly everybody on this team at the moment is going for ground targets. So I have to cross the gap to those medium tanks and armoured vehicles, drop 2 bombs before my team can kill 3 targets. There we go, we're down to 2. So close. And I'm watching that Wellington come in from the side. So I get mine out, take it out, but that's it. Match over. That was 19 ground kills, and with the 10 from the previous match, that left me 1 short of completing the match in 2 arcade battles. That's how easy this was. It was ridiculously easy to knock this event over. Again, 10k silver lines, 22k XP, who cares? Total time for this match, 7 minutes 37 seconds. That was much better. Total time to complete this event for me was about 18 minutes. Jumped straight into the next battle, strafed a target out on the ground, and that was it. So yeah, there you can see, 1 short of completing the event. What a bitch. So yeah, that was the November 20th Ground Forces event. I don't think anyone would have had too much trouble knocking this over, but if you are having issues with it and you watch this before the event ends, the F6F Tier 6-7 lineup, it will do you well. Now, I have one more thing before I sign off from this. Now, in yesterday's event, I actually ran into one of my subscribers by the name of Mantis. He dumped 2 loads of ammunition into my Bufighter 7 and was really hoping that I would post a video of how the event went, mainly how I landed that aircraft. Now, I didn't actually have the recording software on at the time. It had crashed out, so I wasn't recording that particular battle, but I did screenshot the Bufighter after I landed it, and I promised that I would post it for him, so here it is. So there you go, Mantis, there's your handiwork. As you can see, you absolutely destroyed this aircraft. As for how I landed it, was more good luck than good management. I sort of managed to crash it in such a way that it bounced on its undercarriage. The undercarriage was the only part of the aircraft you really left operational. As you can see, you took off the rear elevators, the rudder was destroyed. I did still have the wing control surfaces. The left engine was on fire at one stage in time. The right engine was miraculously undamaged. So yeah, you didn't miss, you aimed very well. I just got lucky and managed to land it. Anyways folks, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you're having luck with your events too. Fly smart, fly safe, and I'll catch you in the skies.